Imagine scrolling through social media. You see luxury vacations in Dubai, designer bags, brand new cars, dinner at expensive restaurants, perfect apartments with skyline views. At first glance, it feels like everyone is winning financially. Everyone looks rich. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Many of those people are not actually wealthy at all. In fact, a shocking number of people who look rich are quietly drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, and constantly stressing about money. So, why does it feel like everyone is rich these days? And more importantly, why is the illusion so convincing? Let's break it down. The rise of the looking rich culture. In the past, wealth was harder to fake. If someone owned a big house, a luxury car, and traveled frequently, chances were they were actually wealthy. But today, the financial landscape has completely changed. Thanks to easy credit, buy now, pay later services, social media, and lifestyle marketing, almost anyone can temporarily look rich. Credit cards allow people to spend money they don't have. Car loans stretch for 6, 7, or even 8 years. Luxury items can be financed monthly. Vacations can be paid for later. Suddenly, a person earning a modest salary can create the appearance of a millionaire lifestyle. But behind the scenes, the bills keep piling up. Debt, the hidden engine behind fake wealth. One of the biggest reasons people appear rich is debt. Debt is incredibly powerful because it allows people to bring their future money into the present. Instead of saving for years to afford something, people simply borrow and buy it today. That luxury car parked outside the apartment building, there's a good chance the owner doesn't actually own it. They might be paying hundreds or even thousands every month just to keep it. And the moment they stop paying, the car disappears. The same applies to designer clothes, expensive watches, luxury apartments, and lavish vacations. Many people are financing their lifestyle entirely with borrowed money, which means they're not building wealth. They're building obligations. Social media is a highlight reel. Another reason so many people look rich is the power of curated online lives. Social media platforms show only the most exciting moments of someone's life. Nobody posts their credit card statements. Nobody shares their monthly loan payments. Nobody uploads photos of financial stress. Instead, people share the highlights: the vacation, the new car, the rooftop dinner, the shopping bags. What you're seeing is often just 1% of someone's life. But when you see dozens of these highlight reels every day, it creates a powerful illusion that everyone around you is thriving financially. In reality, many are simply performing a lifestyle. The pressure to keep up. Humans are deeply influenced by comparison. When we see friends, co-workers, or influencers living glamorous lives, it creates pressure to keep up, even if we know it's not financially wise. People upgrade their phones every year. They lease cars they can barely afford. They move into apartments that stretch their budgets to the limit, not because they need those things, but because they don't want to feel left behind. This phenomenon has a name: lifestyle inflation. As soon as someone earns more money, their expenses grow to match it. Sometimes they grow even faster, which means no matter how much someone earns, they still feel broke. The quiet difference between rich and wealthy. There's also an important distinction many people misunderstand. Rich and wealthy are not the same thing. Being rich usually means someone has a high income and spends a lot. Being wealthy means someone has assets that generate income even when they're not working. A person driving a luxury car and wearing designer clothes might look rich, but if they lose their job tomorrow and everything collapses, they were never truly wealthy. Meanwhile, some of the wealthiest people live surprisingly modest lives. They invest their money. They build assets. They avoid unnecessary debt. And because they aren't trying to impress anyone, they often look completely ordinary. True wealth is usually quiet. Fake wealth is usually loud. The business of selling the rich lifestyle. Another reason the illusion is everywhere is simple. Looking rich is extremely profitable. Entire industries are built around selling the image of success. Luxury brands, high-end travel experiences, social media influencers, motivational entrepreneurs, even some financial gurus. Many of these businesses depend on people believing that buying certain products will make them look successful. A designer bag becomes a symbol of status. A luxury car becomes a signal of achievement. But those symbols often have very little to do with actual financial security. In many cases, people are paying enormous amounts of money just to appear successful. The hidden stress behind the image, the darker side of this illusion, is the stress it creates. Living beyond your means is exhausting. People constantly worry about upcoming payments. They rely on the next paycheck just to survive. Unexpected expenses become financial emergencies. And despite looking successful from the outside, they feel trapped. This is why some of the happiest financially secure people live far below their means. They prioritize freedom over appearance. Because true wealth isn't about looking impressive. It's about having options. The option to take time off. The option to start a business. The option to handle emergencies without panic. That kind of freedom rarely comes from flashy spending. It comes from disciplined patience and smart financial choices. The truth most people eventually learn. As people get older, many begin to realize something important. Looking rich and being wealthy are completely different games. One focuses on spending. The other focuses on building. One creates temporary admiration. The other creates long-term freedom. And once someone understands this difference, their priorities begin to change. Instead of chasing status, they start chasing stability. Instead of impressing strangers, they start building status. They start chasing stability. Instead of impressing strangers, they start building security. Because at the end of the day, the goal isn't to look rich. The goal is to live a life where money is no longer controlling your decisions. Final thought. The next time you see someone living what looks like a perfect luxury lifestyle online, remember something important. You're seeing a moment, not the balance sheet, not the debt, not the stress, just the moment they chose to show. True wealth often looks boring. It looks like investing quietly, saving consistently, avoiding unnecessary debt, and building assets over time. But that quiet path is the one that eventually leads to real financial freedom. And in the long run, that's far more powerful than simply looking rich. And that's the truth about why so many people seem rich when they're actually not. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more content about wealth, money psychology, and the secrets the rich understand about finances. Also, check out the next video on your screen now. It might completely change the way you think about money. Thanks for watching.